Alright team, this will be the hardest day of recording yet because it is Lady Crab's day off. Not really her day off because she's unemployed until tomorrow, but if there's any interruptions or distractions in the audio of this episode, it's because Lady Crab's home. So let's get into it. Do you feel attacked right now?
I do, but I know it's true. It's just true.
Alright, where did we leave off? It was November 3rd. Temperature 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. It's gonna be like probably the highest temperature we get, which is 2 degrees. Also, hilariously, Lady Crab just looked at the clock to see what time it was IRL, because she's a big dum-dum. What were we actually working on? Prospecting? Right, we were gonna do the Crystal Cave. Don't think we need the prospecting pick right now because we kind of figured out where we're gonna go. So we can hang out here once again. Let's check on our crops one more time before bed. 7. Okay, you guys saw that pig, but I don't think there's any way we catch him in the dark in the brush. Like, just feels like a mistake. So definitely not doing that right now. Check on our barrels. Still got more time to go. Okay, so we talked about we need ladders. So let's grab our pine wood. And I think it's the saw we need. Let's make like some boards. Oh, jeez. Okay, I accidentally clicked that. And now we have 1 million. So that's something, I guess. Unfortunately, we only have 1 stick. I think there's a rope ladder, but we can't even find enough rope for armor, so that's probably out. And more sticks. Okay, that's an awful choice. 0.14 is really bad. Yeah, it's virtually the same. So I wonder what we did wrong. Maybe it's too big, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But maybe 7 was the outer dimensions rather than the inner. Okay, so properly boarded up. It went down 0.01. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be actually smaller. Okay, it's still dropping, so we'll see. I guess maybe it's just dropping with the temperature, so like maybe it super doesn't matter. Maybe this is the best it can get, and just the temperature is making it seem like it's worse than it is. But we're big dum-dums, so you never know. I love you so much. Yeah. Yeah. You felt the need to agree with me on that one. What did I say I was going to go do, and then I didn't? I need sticks. Sticks. We'll be back. This one tree is just not going to do it. So you guys know I don't like going out to gather things at night. It's dangerous. I am hoping that, like, there's just no bears, right? Because it's a calm night. We should be fine from monsters that normally shoot arrows at us in the most annoying way. But as long as there's no bears, we're gonna be fine. Okay, how are we doing on sticks? 32 is probably enough to start caving, but can you ever really have enough sticks? You cannot. That's right, I just sit here making stupid comments to myself for hours on end, and then I cut it down to only the relevant bits. Because it's just hours of wandering back and forth and managing inventory. Okay, so it would be tempting to use all of my sticks to make fences, to make ladders. But that's like, what are we looking at? 21-ish ladders times 3, so it's like 60 ladders. I don't think we're gonna need that many. We might just carry the boards and the sticks with us and figure it out when we need it. Trying to think what else we needed for caving. I know I wrote it down. We need ladders, we need armor, and we need food. Torches was the other big thing, which is also sticks. Also, I don't know how many torches we'll really need. In Ultima Online, I played with Dark Knights, and that is pretty unusual, but doing dungeons in that game, I had to carry like maybe 4 torches and just leapfrog them as I was trying to find areas to fight in. It was really fun, but I don't know that it would be as effective here. Interesting. We got a sphalerite nugget for zinc. I think zinc makes bronze, but how much? If we wanted to make 1 ingot, right, which is 100 units of metal. I don't know that I understand this mechanic enough to figure it out. But let's say 50% copper. Is that enough to just get started? Okay, just straight up makes brass. But brass is not what we want. We want bronze. I'm absolutely not understanding something here. Can I help you, Lady Crab? Do you have questions about what I'm doing? Okay, so 30% makes sense. That tracked. Oh, do I also need bismuth? Okay, so it's only good for brass, which can only get me nails and plates. So this zinc is actually goddamn worthless. Okay, we are learning, team. Learning. Not pleased, but learning. But also the fact that we got the zinc from panning is some hope that we won't have to dig it all the way up, right? Because as much as I try to appear the opposite, we are lazy daisies, y'all. We are lazy daisies with a commentary from a troll. Bless you. We're getting reasonable amounts of copper, but we don't really need copper at this particular moment. I mean, I guess we will, right? Because we're working through our pickaxe, we're busting up our shears. I think we should maybe get some more sticks just dedicated to torches before we go. And we never did find anything for rope for the armor. So I think we should at least make improvised armor, but we need rope for that too, actually. I don't think there's any way around it. Disaster, y'all. Disaster. I think we have enough materials to, like, start into the mine. We really shouldn't, right? Like, I know you guys know that I'm making a mistake. But does it have to be a mistake? Can't it all just work out magically on its own? Like, isn't that what we believe in around here? I do want to have some food for when we get back, so maybe we'll see about... we're fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Yeah, these plants aren't looking great, y'all. -8, nothing's growing, right? I guess it would have made sense to get like a chest outside the mine, but there's some chance that it doesn't go very deep and is not that useful. So I want to confirm that it's deep and useful before we actually spend time on it. Okay, here's the crystal cave, which is where we're going. Alright, I think we can do this counter reverse. Just place that and then... Okay. Do that, and then we'll make a handful of ladders, not a ton. 9 ladders, I guess. Okay. confirming there's no holes to fall in here. Okay, that should be relatively blocked off. My dear, are you getting ready to tell me you're going to bed? I'm about to go down into a deep cave. I have the game paused right now. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Hopefully, that means we can focus and get some stuff done. That's a dead raccoon. Crushed. I think that means it fell? Okay, this cave is actually empty. All that build up to just be empty. Push me a fat. We'll take a fat for sure. Okay, so probably shouldn't waste ladders here or torches if it's this empty, but we did get good readings. Oh, they still spawn apparently. The torches did nothing to dissuade them. I do not accept that that hit me at all. Okay, one more. Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. You dickbag. We're getting like some arrows, which is not really what we're here for. Let's be honest. Did I use up all my torches already? That sucks. Yeah, so this isn't even where we're going. There's a hole that I think we haven't looked in yet. Which is over here. So we'll make a couple more torches before we even think about going in here. Alright, now Vintage Story is a super cool game because you can do things like this before you ever even start down there. It's very convenient. We don't have... I didn't bring the pickaxe. I'm the dumbest. But I think our clearest path down is actually going to be like there. Unless we can... I don't know. Yeah, okay. Can I just keep it going? Okay, cool. So, oh, what? What happened there? Why did it get dark? I don't know. So, it's strange to have, like, gravel this far down, right? You would think stone. I don't think it's meaningful, but we're gonna dig it just in case. Yeah. So nothing of value in the crystal cave. I think maybe we reclaim our torches and everything, because bit of a bust. I think we're going to have to leave some ladders behind, most ladders behind. I just don't think it's going to be worth the effort to reclaim them. Oh, too many Bowtorns. Alright, we're going to leave the rest of that alone. This was kind of our first attempt at caving, still no armor. Bit of a bust, but overall, glad we did it. We are marking down the crystal cave as empty. I was hoping for some ruins or something, right? Let's check maybe that hole right next to our house with the wolf that's going to kill us in a hole. It was right here somewhere. Here it is. Okay. Let us dig again. Okay, there's something here. The wolf appears to be gone, potentially. What do we got? Borax. Amazing. Borax was one of the things, right? I think that gets us into leather making and flux in smithing, so I think it's useful for lots of things. Borax to get into whatever's made with an iron anvil, at least. Okay, I have violated the left-hand rule. The left-hand rule, for those of you that don't know, is it's from Old Dungeoneering in D&D. It's from Old Dungeoneering in D&D, where you don't know what the map looks like, so you just put your left hand on a wall and you go. And that should mean that you're not taking random paths. It's not an exact science because there's like little islands and it can mess you up. But when you're doing torches in a game like Minecraft or something like that, keeping all your torches on one side lets you know which way is in and which way is out. So we will try to always have our torches on the left so that we know which way we were going. I was afraid of that. I want to get... Okay, there's a lot going on down there. So this is going to be our target cave, I think. Alright, I need charcoal or... How many things can you write with? That's kind of crazy. Like, it's listing things off, but I don't recognize most of them. Anyway, we're naming this one White Wolf Cave because that's what it was when we found it. There was a white wolf inside of it. It's actually more convenient. This is, like, closer to our house, so that's something. I'm thinking maybe a shield would be appropriate for dealing with these Bowtorn that I can't reach. That I've got no chance of getting close to before they fire at me. I think with armor and a shield, we might be able to withstand some shots. The shield we can make only reduces damage by like 3 or something. A lot of animals over here. That's kind of a lot. think it might be time to water these again. It's 2 degrees, so it is getting high enough that they'll grow non-zero, right? Oh. Interesting. This could be problematic. Hadn't considered it, but does the ice let them cross my fence and get my crops? I don't think it does, but it probably should. So we might actually need a too high fence here. Alright, 1 million animals came to my farm today. We need to do what we can to harvest some of them. No! Guess we find out if the cold matters now. The cold water. If it's another calm night, I'm tempted to go to that other farm, but I know it's a mistake. It's like not that far, but it's gonna take us a minute. Also, maybe we can find some cattails over there, right? Because we don't need a ton of rope, we just need like a little bit, but our stuff's not growing. We've got cattails here. I think we're going to go ahead and gather them. I've been playing games for a very long time. And I'm still not used to the concept of ambient sounds. Like if I hear sloshy water sounds, I expect something is about to come out of the water and get me. It does not really occur to me. Motherfucker. It does not really occur to me that it could just be there for ambience. So there's like a very common sound, I think in one of the music tracks, where, I don't know, it's like locust sounds or something, but it sounds like a rattlesnake to me, and I know that rattlesnakes are not a thing in this game. But every time, it's all I hear is like, oh, is there a rattlesnake? And then I look around, and there's not. They're already fully watered, so it must have rained or something? Okay, so this was kind of a waste of a trip. And a heavy temporal storm's coming. So, not great, y'all. Fortunately, we've done this run enough times that I think I can do it in the dark. Okay, the big thing is that we got home before the temporal storm. Now we just need... Right, we have blocks to block ourselves in with. We need 4 armor. How annoying, or 4 rope, how annoying is that? We only got 3. We can make improvised armor. If we want to make good armor, we have to... Grrr. I don't really know how armor works. I heard, in passing, that you get hit, and then RNG determines what zone it is. So, like, if it's your head, your body, or your legs, and then the armor for that zone is applied. So we need a hat, an armor, and legs. So making a hat is not like a waste of rope or anything. I just don't know how much it matters. Like, do I get hit in the head often? But since we can't make the actual armor, I think it's... Oh, we already did, right? Yeah, we already have a hat. So legs. We can make legs with 3, which I guess is what we'll do. I've never seen papyrus. I think it's based on climate, and we would have to go south to find it. Wild vines, we couldn't find any when we went to the forest. And then cattails we should have access to, but currently not growing. Some of you might notice that I always hesitate before going in the basement, and that's because I don't know that it's lit up properly. It's entirely possible that we go in there and there's a shiver, or a bowtorn, or whatever. How are our staves doing? %. They are not going swiftly, that's for sure. Cool, we have our 2 soaked hides, which will then go into the weak tannin. Allegedly, maybe. I was able to fully explore the crystal cave with minimal trouble. Unfortunately, it was empty with no indicators of exposed ore or loot. However, the White Wolf Cave, more close to home, is far more promising. It immediately showed bits of borax and a much deeper base. It housed far more demons, and I was forced to retreat for now. Next time, I'll go properly equipped with a shield. All right. Inside the cocoon, in the temporal storm, I still died. As you can tell, I am jazzed about that. That's exactly what I want to do right now, is fight this guy. It's really the rock throwing that's going to do me in. It's distracting and annoying. Oh, fun. Nightmare Shivers. Apparently my upper level is not any safer than my lower level. Wow. That thing must have really fucked this thing up. I guess I should have marked when we used our temporal gear so we could see how many deaths we get per gear. But I just forgot. Is that a shiver in my floor? It is a shiver in my floor. Fun. I think we even lost some arrows, which is annoying. Like, I'd like to approach and kill it, but maybe after the screen stops spazzing out. Alright, allegedly we're waning. $26. Corrupt Shiver. $27. Nightmare Drifter. I'm so glad they left me one little crippled guy to make sure I'm not at max HP. Just enough to throw rocks at me and make sure that I'm hassled. What a fun mechanic. I had fun. Did you guys have fun? Absolutely ridiculous. I would go as far as to say indefensible, but there are people that defend this as a super great mechanic that adds to the game. Hey, we got a cabbage. So, proof of concept, it gained a growth stage, even this cold in the year, which means that everything else could gain a growth stage, right? These onions could pop. Everything's damaged to the cold. Okay, I think maybe the carrots are the test, right? Because they're not damaged by the cold yet. So we've got a 6 out of 7 carrots here. I'm going to break it open and see what we get. We got 2 carrots and 1 seed. Previously, when we harvested carrots, we got like 9, 10 carrots. So, not 0, but way, way less. What is 75% of 10? It's gotta be like 7, right? So, I think waiting for it to possibly get that last level is worthwhile. Right? Seems like it. Yeah, everyone's on the same page. Mature flax. Let's go. So Temporal Storm kind of distracted me from whatever it is we were supposed to be doing today. It's not like the night was a total loss or anything. It's good to know how hard high-level enemies hit. Right, we wanted to make a shield. We wanted to look into that kind of thing. Okay, there's a lot going on here with iron and gold, and like, that's just not helpful. Alright, let's see if there's a copper boss, right? Looks like tin bronze is gonna be the earliest. Okay, so we're stuck with the crude shield, basically, which I think also takes rope. No. But it does take cattails and doesn't have a ton of durability. So, I think through no fault of our own, we're gonna have to go to the forest today. All right, so what are we trying to get in the forest? We are trying to obtain primarily rope, but also medium fertility soil, meat, any of these things that could be super helpful. Sticks. I always forget sticks, which is weird because I'm a stick fiend. We're looking for ivy. We're looking for maybe bees. I don't know if they're out in winter, but I'll find some use for some bees. You best believe it. As far as environmental concerns go, this forest was fucked the day we met. It never stood a chance. I knew day one we would be clear cutting this forest eventually and not replanting it. Okay, 54 sticks is going to be good enough for now. Wow, that thing came out of nowhere. That one too. What the hell are these? I don't think we're going to find any cattails over here. And I think that's more important than medium soil for right this second. So we're actually going to change gears and go out towards that other farm looking for cattails. I don't know that snowballs are useful for anything. They melt. I think they're just for having fun, but I love that it's an option. We see a pig. We are ignoring the pig. We do not need the pig. We can get the pig on the way back. If we like the pig so bad, why don't we marry it? I know I talk about my brother too much, but like, he's going into caves. He's getting rusty gears, piles of rusty gears just hanging out. I'm over here starving for a crumb, man. I do like that there is so much variance in your experience in this game. Because, like, while you can run around and find everything eventually or whatever, your start location can be very different. If you start with everything you need to go to iron or bronze or whatever, it's like easy peasy. Other times you might just run around until you find those things. But you also might just settle and make do with what you got. Now, we have not put a ton of effort into like figuring out what we've got. I actually don't know if this spawn is any good. We've barely done any prospecting. We've barely gone into any caves. Most of the year was figuring out farming. Just wish we had 1,000,000 reeds. You know, I wish our cattails would grow. Then we can go catch that chicken. Maybe it's like a board-based option for a trap, right? Reinforced wooden crate trap. Needs 4 nails. It can catch fawns. It can catch caribou. It can catch fawns, goats, muskox, sheep, lambs, Arctic fox. Okay, well, that's not too bad. That's like actually pretty reasonable, but four nails is going to be too much for us. Yeah, so it's 6 per rope, and we have 17, which is 1 short. If we can find 1 cattail, we can make armor. Just want a single cattail. Okay. So I think now we should be able to make bear armor. which puts us back on the map for caving. I think I do want to add some water to the basement, the cellar. I was thinking maybe I could add like a little bit of water here and we could just pan in the cellar. It's kind of a weird option, but I thought it might make this place kind of nicer, or like more dramatic at least. All right, fam, the armor is complete. Next time, we're going back in that cave. I still need to make a shield, but I think otherwise we are ready to go.